Okay, we created the users, and now the thing is we want to integrate the first gateway node, and the gateway node we would like to integrate is the one which we run locally. So let's do that. Before we do that, let us first log out. We created a cloud manager called Cloudy, and that's the first thing we do. We have set our users, so we should not continue working as admin, which is shown down there, but we want to work to let the system run as uh, and access it with a dedicated, less powerful user. So let's open the RCP again, and he asks us, OSGI console starts normally in the background. For demonstration here, we just open that in the foreground. As we open the second time, we are not asked for the AQUASI home directory. We get directly the login interface, and this time we log in as the user Cloudy for the management of the cloud. So we access that, everything works fine. We get access, and the RCP comes up after a few seconds, and it's there. The cloud manager has the rights to access everything on the cloud infrastructure and on the runtime infrastructure. It is not allowed to do anything on user perspective. So that means when we change to this perspective, you immediately see that we don't get any results there. We can't do anything. We cannot delete users. We can even not create users. It is not possible to get access to data. So there we see already that the fine-grained security based on user and roles is working. What we want to do is now we want to access our cloud infrastructure. Currently, we have available only one resource, which is our framework server under this IP address, and this port is running, and that's the definition of our centralized resource, the AQUASI server. What we want to do now is we want to add a gateway service. But before doing this, we have to start one. AQUASI comes already with a gateway node under the product secure node. It's there. Also here we specify a few parameters. We specify the framework server. We specify a few preference pages and input pages. And this is just the information about the node we had. Gateway node 1, that's the user we just add. We have to edit this file accordingly to our need. And then we can run it. Sorry, that was too fast. Oops. Framework server. And there is the node Windows 64. And we just run this server now. It's another runtime, another console, which we immediately go to the background. And the server is about to coming up. Contacts the framework server, gets registered, gets logged in, all these things happen, and now this machine is working. Perfect. It runs on my computer, so in principle, we can now integrate this gateway. Well, we just click gateway and register gateway. We call it gateway locally. Well, my computer. The gateway which runs on my computer, and we know the IP. And in my case, that's a local IP address and a private network. And we run the node on port 443, standard HTTPS combination. We use REST Azure, and we click on Finish. And we get immediately the node listed there with all its parameters. So that's in principle the thing which we could do on integrating a gateway node.